Hello YouTube. So I'll be honest, this is not the start to the video that I had planned because it actually wasn't the original start to this video. I did film an intro whilst I was in America, but I just went to start editing this video and saw that it just hadn't had any audio on it. So we are introing the video now. I've actually been back in the country a few days now, but in this video, basically whilst I was away, I thought I'll just get some stuff filmed. It's not going to be the most structured thing in the world. What we have is a rest day from the parks, where realistically we end up going to the parks later in the day, which you will see, where I do go and train as well, which I'll run through a little bit later in the video. We've got a Crumbl cookie taste test as well, which will be very, very exciting. And as well, I'll just like show some clips of the trip itself. But we were in Orlando for 10 nights. It was absolutely brilliant. I've not spoke about it in much detail on like Instagram, etc. I've been posting like photos, but like genuinely, that holiday was phenomenal. I'll actually have a little bit of a chat at the end of the clip before the last clip, just kind of going over the holiday itself and how I approached it. But it was absolutely brilliant, and I will definitely be back. But what we're going to do now is we're going to cut to, I want to say, just post-workout, where we try some Crumbl cookies. Okay, as you can see, we have been to Crumbl to replenish our glycogen post-workout. Earned our off-plan, some would say, but I'll show you here. We have tried a bite of each of them already, so I can't give you full-on taste reactions to each of them, but what I will do is I will try the, what flavour is that, like birthday cake flavour, and then we'll rank them 1 to 4, because I know that pretty much anyone who watches gym content seems to also love food. So let's give us a try here. I can't lie as well, I've already had this in the mini flavor, the mini version, and it was really good, hence why we went for the big one this time. Holy shit. So good. I think so. I'll give you my ranking. Oh my god. Mate, it's a good thing these aren't in the UK, because I don't know if you can justify a weekly off plan with cookies that are pushing 1,000 calories a pop. But to rank them, I'd say number 1, which is the birthday cake. Number 2, which is, I don't even know what one that is. Kiva, what one's?
It's a snickerdoodle, something or other. Snickerdoodle cupcake cookie.
Yeah, that one, number 2. Churro, a close number 3. And then I think this one loses points because it's cold. It's very cold. It came out of the fridge.
Oh shit.
Where does it rank? Does it beat?
Fuck, actually, that might beat that.
I think you've got the same ranking as me then, if we go with that.
I need to try that one. I need to check. Let me check. Oh my god, that's so good. Nah, I think that wins for me.
So your rankings very similar.
2, 3 and 4, so we've just swapped those 2.
Nice. So
Still 10 out of 10.
yeah, very, very good. But got the gym out the way so we can go back to just eating off plan and going to the parks. But in all seriousness, it was a good session. I'll chuck up the clips on screen in the next segment, because we're finishing off here to get ready to head back to the parks for an evening session at Disney. We're going to Magic Kingdom for the fireworks. Okay, so training clips are going to be on screen here. In terms of the gym, Iron Religion Orlando It was phenomenal, like a really, really good gym, especially considering, I'm not made of money to the point where I'll be going to Orlando all the time, but it's somewhere I would definitely will be coming back to. So to know that there's a gym there with, full of prime kit, and like other top quality pieces of equipment from loads of brands, like Cybex, Hoist. I'm sure there's some Nautilus and some Atlantis in there as well. That's really cool because I wasn't really expecting there to be much in terms of gyms. The gym was really, really good. The session I ran was a full body session, my first full body session in a long time. Was upper focused, again, just with my upper body lacking miles behind my lower still. But it was a really, really good session. Only slight complaint, and it's not even, like, realistically, thinking back, I think there might have been some thinner plates. So the gym's got like 3 rooms. There's like a room with free weights and your dumbbells, etc. There's a room with your plate loading machines and a room with your pin loading machines. I think there might have been thinner plates in the barbells and dumbbells room, but the plates in the plate loaded machine room were really, really thick. So for example, on like the prime lat pull down that I used, I had to load the mid pin because the plates were that thick that I can fully stack out the top pin, but I couldn't fit any plates in the mid pin and it was too light. So for example, things like that. And on the prime row, I had to do an accidental drop set, just because literally as I'm rowing, the plates are falling off because, again, the plates were thick and massive. But overall, a very, very good gym, and I'm excited to go back there next time I am in Orlando. But that was, 5 days into the holiday. So we went on the Wednesday where I did train. This was the following Tuesday. So I had 5 complete rest days in a row. And then we went in and trained. And then I actually was going to be training upper at the Hard Rock hotel gym because we had a run night there. And I thought that, the gym will probably be a bit better equipped than the original hotel gym that was staying at. But turns out it was pretty terrible. And like just with timing, etc., I thought I'd rather just enjoy the holiday. So we had actually another 4 days of rest before getting back to the UK and then just getting back to regular training itself. But in terms of, how I approached the holiday itself. In terms of food, like I had 2 whey servings a day of like 50 grams of whey. So I was having 100 grams of whey per day. And then combining that, like the way I'd approach menus or at Disney, at Universal, at restaurants was if there's something that's like sticking out and something like I really want to try, for example, like the Crumbl cookies that you have just watched me have, or like just certain meals that I really look off and I'll have them. If there's nothing that's really sticking out, then I'll just pick the healthiest option on the menu and I'll chuck up some photos here of some like salmon and rice meals, some steak and rice meals, some like chicken and potato meals. Like a lot of my like food choices were good, and combined with that, obviously I was doing a lot of steps, and like that kind of allowed me to have that little bit of freedom where, I did have a Raisin Cane's once or twice. I did obviously try the Crumbl cookies, etc. So it's just about kind of finding that balance where, I'm not going to be stressing about the fact that, I need to eat, good. But at the same time, because I'm away for 10 days, it can't just be a case of where like I completely forget about my goals within bodybuilding and physique development. So like there's been times where I've went away with the boys for like 3-4 days and we have kind of, took the piss to an extent, but we've still not really done any damage within our physique development process because, it's away for 3 days. But when it comes to 10 days and those sort of longer trips, you do need to have your goals in mind depending on obviously what your goals are. If your goals are, a regular lifestyle individual, it's going to be a little bit different to myself, someone who is, aspiring to compete in bodybuilding. So we did actually come back from the holiday a kilogram lighter, which, wasn't too surprising just with the steps, and like I knew that I managed it well in terms of food. But I wouldn't be surprised if that comes back on in the next few weeks, just getting back to the process. But now I'm going to cut to some clips of some audio overlay from the parks, which just really, really cool. Like the parks themselves are like phenomenal. Going there, like I had high expectations because growing up, I was a big I wasn't a big Disney or Universal person, but when I went to those holidays, I remember them as being my favourite holidays. But coming back as an adult, it was like it blew my expectations out the water. Absolutely, like, really, really good. The just general like vibe and atmosphere of those places, like everyone's just in such a good mood, and the parks themselves are like just class, like really, really enjoyable. And then we've got a nice wee evening clip at Star Wars, at the Star Wars area of Hollywood Studios, the Disney park, Galaxy's Edge it's called. So I will also chuck that in where we do outro the video.
TR-141, identify yourselves and prepare to be boarded.
This is TR-141. We are a civilian vessel. By whose authority are we being detained?
So, as you may be able to see, we've had a slight change of plan from what we originally spoke about earlier. We didn't go to Magic Kingdom in the end. We had a look into it. We've got an early start tomorrow morning, so we thought it just makes more sense to realistically not have something that's going to have us out until like midnight. So we came to Hollywood Studios and we jumped on the Star Wars ride just before last line entry, which was quite spontaneous, but really, really good. It's definitely my favourite ride at the park. But now we're just walking through the Star Wars land before heading. Look how cool this is, Millennium Falcon. And just the whole park is very, very cool. What I'll do now is I'll chuck on screen just the clips that I took of the ride. I didn't take many, but it was sick. Very, very cool. If you are a Star Wars fan and you are going to the parks, then obviously it will be when you do, but if you are a Star Wars fan, it is something I would recommend. Anyway, it is very, very cool. Got another shot of this at night. Wow. Cantinas, yeah. Cantina sounds like it's still popping off. Oh, where are we? But actually, I'm going to film this last bit of here. But yeah, we're pretty much done exploring, and we're going to head now back to the hotel and get a much better sleep than we'd have had if we went to Magic Kingdom. I think the plan is to go to Magic Kingdom for the fireworks on our last night. That way we've not got anything planned for the next day, but so we can still obviously enjoy it without worrying about the time. But yeah, overall, that is all from me. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, make sure to like, comment, all that stuff, and hopefully you have a good one. Cheers.